Hey guys, it's RJ with the variant, and it is AFF Action Figure Friday. We are doing some crazy old randos today because we went to some cons and found some stuff, and I was like, I want to buy these because I want to build this figure. Now, we're not going to build it all today, because these are some old figures, so we had to go do some searching, and we don't have them all yet. We're going to find them all, but we're going to get this figure built because I want you guys to see it. I want to see it. I want it. I want the figure. Charlie Rocket wants the figure.
I want it.
She wants it.
I want it.
So, with that being said, Charlie Rocket, why don't you take it away?
Will do. I am starting with this X3 Jean Grey figure. Let me tell you something. On the package, it has pictures of Jean Grey from the movies. And this action figure, off the bat, does not look like that at all. Her face is hideous.
So, again, this is X3 Jean Grey. Easily one of the worst X-Men films out there. I'm going to say, if not the worst X-Men film out there. And, what's that girl? That girl that played Jean Grey in those movies? What's her name? Famke Janssen? Famke.
Funky Jackson.
Funky Jackson.
Funky Comedina.
If you saw while she was opening those, that figure was so old, the bubble on it was yellow and cracking. And I got that for
basically shattered.
Yeah, it was just so old. It had been sitting in the sun somewhere. Nobody bought that figure. And
sweet Jesus.
It
pretty
was
bad.
Bad.
All right. So first things first, look at that hideous face. She
Yikes.
looks like a face only a mother could love. No, I'm just kidding. It just doesn't look at all like her. Nope. Or like anyone. She kind of looks like a drag queen, but without good makeup. So it goes to show. Anyways, but I mean, this is the outfit from the movie. Yeah.
The worst Dark Phoenix rendition ever.
It wasn't good. It wasn't great.
If you haven't seen it, don't.
If
somebody gives you a copy, just light it on fire right in front of them.
In front of them.
And then say,
oh no.
Like a phoenix!
Okay, look, even the rubber bands were so old that parts of them are still stuck to her.
Ew. And
I didn't do anything to those rubber bands to take them off. They
just broke.
Disintegrated. Anyway. Her jacket is really rubbery and movable, but it's not going anywhere at all. It's a little bit of detail, a little bit of stitching up here, and she's got a corset in the back. Well, that she looks like Scarlet Witch.
Oh yeah, kind of, I guess. This
is the same thing.
What was it with
Scarlet Witch from the movie? She just basically wore this up.
What was it with Marvel and redheads? Think about it. Every book had a redhead except Fantastic Four. And then they had Medusa later.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, think about it. Spider-Man had MJ. X-Men had Jean Grey. Avengers had Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. And
also Black Widow.
Iron Man had, so they had, well, you know what? Black Widow wasn't originally a redhead. She had black hair and she was dressed like Zatanna.
Oh.
If I remember, it was something like that. She did not look like she was in some fishnets and some kind of funky dancer outfit or something.
That's not anything.
But she did not look like,
in.
I mean, I don't know what kind of espionage she was doing, but she was doing something.
Wasn't that?
But yeah, they were really into redheads back then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a thing. Stan Lee, I don't know what his wife looked like back then.
Right.
Or Jack Kirby's wife. Maybe they were just yo, let's add a redhead because of our wives.
Because it reminds me of...
Friday nights are for the wives and Saturday nights are for the girlfriends. I don't know.
She's got some fairly detailed boots over here. They got some lacing. They got some buckles. You can't even see them, so it's great they actually took the time to do all that, considering it's under this giant dress cloak thing. Her head is supposed to move, but it's not really. It's because of this hair and stuff. It's really not moving, but she's got some rock out action. Oh, yeah.
A little bit of rock out, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For an old figure, that's pretty cool.
For an old lady.
An old lady figure.
She's like, peace, sucker.
She's like, who is that chick on the Game of Thrones? It's like the witch that wears red.
That's what she looks like.
That could be your witch.
100%.
Game of Thrones
witch. That is what this is. I'm a Game of Thrones witch. But that's Jean Grey in a nutshell.
Jean Grey in a nutshell. Okay.
Oh, and she came with a body part. Oh, wait.
So, by the way, this is Build-a-Figure Blob, which I think is awesome. Like, I don't know how good the blob... That's a weird-looking part.
She came with this. We're going to say is question mark.
It's a meaty arm.
Yeah, it could be a meaty
That's
arm.
Absolutely a meaty arm. I don't want
with no hand.
Yeah. So yeah,
let's
break this down real quick. So this was Build-a-Figure Blob, and it is collect 8 figures to build this.
Good God.
Yeah, good God. Like, what were they thinking back then? But then again, you know what? When these first came out, they weren't like the old Marvel Legends figures from Toy Biz. They were $10. Like, and that's.
Oh.
Yeah, but then when they came out with these, because this Hasbro bought the license, I remember I stopped buying them because they jacked the price up to $20. And I was like, that's a lot of money for the figures. Yeah. It doesn't come with a comic book anymore. And you got to buy 8 figures. I mean, 8 times 20 is carry the 7, drop the 2, a remainder of 6. That's like $160 just to get a Blob figure. Which, again, I am buying them older. I'm buying them aftermarket, but I'm also buying them from clearance racks and people that have not cared about these figures in years, clearly, like that decrepit Jean Grey box. And so I'm getting them for way cheaper. But yeah, 8 figures, that's $160. That's a lot of money to build a blob. But we're going to do it. We're going to try to do it anyway. Anyway, the next figure on the list is Thor. And just so we run down, they have She-Hulk, Thor, Ultimate Wolverine, Jean Grey, Yellow Jacket, Zorn, Quicksilver, and Juggernaut. So, yeah. I thought I had Juggernaut, but I guess I don't. I don't know. Anyway, this is Thor. We're going to go with Thor. And you know what? This is a cool Thor figure. He's got some weight to him. Feel that? That's.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's a big meaty figure, big guy.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
See those rubber bands?
Yeah, that rubber band just broke. Like that's not even. Like Thor just bombarded his way out of there. Same with that. That axe, I just popped that out of there, and that rubber band just snapped like a tree or something. What snaps?
A twig.
A Thanos. Snapped like Thanos. All right. So this Thor is considerably cooler than Jean Grey.
Yep.
He's super pale. Excuse me. He's super pale. But he's got like a lot of detail. So check this out. Like he's got some scales. Those are all molded. He's got those little silver things on his chest, like typical Thor. But he's got chains that go between each one. Those are all sculpted on there. He's got Mjolnir. The Mjolnir's a little meh. There's no like inscription on it like there usually should be. You know, But who cares? He's got some. He's got a cool belt buckle. Like, I don't know what that is. Maybe a big T for Thor, but it's a belt buckle. He's got all these buckles on his boots and like kneecap protectors or knee protectors. He's got this cool cape that stays on because of his hair and because on his shoulders he's got 2 holes for it. But the cape is rubber. It's detailed inside and out. And look at this. It's got some fur, man. Like, that's a fur cape. Like, he's going to go to, where's Loki from? Jotunheim?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to go to Jotunheim and fight some frost giants in the cold. And he's going to be all warm because he's got this cool fur cape. Getting the cape back on is actually super fun and not really going well. But eventually it'll happen. And he's got a beard. He's got his long hair. He's got a little necklace on under that. Again, all that stuff is molded and sculpted on. The helmet does not come off. This is a cool Thor figure. I dig this. I've seen worse Thor figures. I've seen better Thor figures. But this is a good run-of-the-mill Thor figure. And I'm sure he was like... At some point, I'm sure this version of Thor is like a redesign. So, you know, every so often they have to redesign the characters and give them a new costume, and then there's a new, you know, issue for that costume where they're like, oh, look at Thor's new design and Thor's new creative team and blah, blah, blah. It is usually when they bring a new creative team in. I don't know what exact storyline this Thor is from, but I dig it. I think it's cool. He also comes with this big axe. So he can just have a big party where he smashes everything with his hammer and then cuts off some heads with this axe, and he just goes to town in Jotunheim. He does have rock out action. So
yeah.
So he can rock out. And some ball joint legs for super ball joint posing action. He's a little hunched over, but I think that's supposed to look like that because of his cape, which is, again, riding up now because I did the stupid thing and took it off. But I dig this Thor, and he brings us one step closer to building the blob. So I'll take it. And let's see, what does he come with as far as the blob goes? First of all, this
so extra, right?
rolled up book is in the way. Damn, Blobby. All right, so right off the bat, there's the blob's head. Good old Fred J. Dukes is the blob. I don't know if this is supposed to be like this. It's a little discolored. Maybe some jaundice, or something. Or maybe he was just eating right before this. His head is a little sticky. Like it feels sticky to the touch. And I'm thinking that's because he's been in the package so long. These came out in, let's see, what year did those come out? Does it say it anywhere on here? 2006. So that's 8 minus 20, carry the 6. That's like 13 years ago. These are 13-year-old figures that have just been sitting on a shelf somewhere. Ew. Sitting on a shelf somewhere just waiting for us to open them. But yeah, that's old Fred J. Dukes, and hopefully that sticky will go off of his hair. But if not, it doesn't matter because he's just going in the display case anyway. I'm not gonna play with him. He's just kind of gross. But yeah, Fred J. Dukes, the blob, blobhead, blob. Okay, cool. What you got?
On to the next.
On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one.
I got this Marvel Legends figure. It's Magik.
So, Magik. I know this doesn't go with the blob figures, but this is a Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive. Good luck finding her. Good luck finding her. Because it took me forever to find her, and then eventually I just ordered it off Walgreens website. Same price. If you order extra candy and stuff, you get free shipping. So, candy and Magik. Yay. But I've only seen her sporadically in stores. She was going for super high prices on the aftermarket. You know, those eBay scalpers love to buy stuff and just sell them. But yeah, Magik. Ilyana Rasputin. She's the younger sister of Colossus, who got kidnapped as a child and brought into limbo and raised there by demons. And now she is the demon sorceress of the X-Men.
What a fancy story.
Fancy story. You know what is funny? I don't remember which arm it is, but I've got her tattooed on my arm. Because growing up, she was one of my faves.
Quite busty.
Little busty, yeah.
Just a tad. Just a tad busty. That's comic accurate.
My boy Zeus is my comic artist, tattoo comic artist, and he's all about that busty.
All about the busty.
All about that busty. Shout out to Zeus. Woo woo.
Want Magik? Busty. Want Spider-Man? Busty.
MJ? Mm-hmm. Busty.
Busty. Colossus? Busty.
Kitty Pryde? Not so much.
No, we gotta be accurate. Come on, guys.
Oh, look. The sticky came off on my fingers. Look.
That's disgusting.
From Fred J. Dukes' head. Ew, I have to go wash after this. Like, it turned my finger orange.
Yeah, I see it.
Like,
These are...
I didn't have them in my butt this time, but... So it wasn't me, it was Fred J. Dukes.
Oh my gosh. These are the things we did not know we would discuss today. Magik, bam. I mean, this is the outfit I always see her in. The belt is not like attached to her, so it's just kind of floating in limbo, which sucks. I hate when it does that, but whatevs. Everything else is attached. She's got a cool armored left arm that has a lot of spikety spikes on there. Pew, pew, pew. She's a little busty, just a little busty. Her hair is movable. Her head moves around.
She's got boob window.
Yeah, she's got a little keyhole, little peekaboo.
Peekaboob.
A peekaboob. Hello, thank you. That's the new thing. She's got an X right there. Okay, and she's got some awesome boots with a whole lot of buckles on them. She's pretty BA, and she comes with a lot of stuff.
What is that like just stockings? Like, do you think this is just stockings with boots or just really high boots?
Her boots stop right here.
Okay.
So it looks like she has like some thigh highs just under them, I guess. And she just has the classic goth girl boots on. I want a pair of these boots because they're legit. Too legit to quit. Too legit. All right, she's got an awesome. What? She's got
too legit
to quit.
What's the quit? I don't remember what it was. What was it like?
RJ, you're supposed to remember.
What's the Q? I don't know. Q?
Weren't you like 40 when that song came out?
No. Q. That doesn't.
That was it?
No, that doesn't seem to work at all. Too legit. Oh wait, no. You know what it was? It was like too legit to quit.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, I can't get this sword in her hand. I don't even care. Look, it's an awesome sword. It's like a little blue,
Why does she have a blue sword?
See-through because it's got the magic going on.
Oh.
You know, it's got the magic that goes on it.
But that's not like her regular sword.
No, it's like I just created this with magic sword.
Oh.
She's also got some magic for the hands. You know how.
Isn't that almost like Psylocke's sword, except with a different
yes,
handle?
It's the same thing.
The handle's different.
Yeah.
Hers was a katana.
Yes.
And this is.
But it's the same idea.
This is like a Dungeons and Dragons sword or something.
She's got.
It's a little bendy. It's like bent.
She's got the magic that goes on her whole arm, I guess.
Ooh, that's cool.
But she also has like 2 little ones. So if you just want to have like 2 fistfuls of magic.
You know,
Fistful
I hate to
of
say
magic.
it, but like, she was my comics crush back in the day. Because like we were the same age.
Fancy.
So.
We all assumed from your tattoo. There we go.
Yeah.
That actually looks pretty bamf.
That is pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. She also comes with, okay, there's so much that comes with magic. She comes with a giant magic sword.
That is her soul sword or whatever it was called.
You don't even know. Look at you.
Soul sword.
You're supposed to be the expert.
I'm pretty
Just
sure
kidding.
that's
You
what it was.
definitely said what it was called like 5 times.
Soul sword.
I'm currently making a magic costume, and I don't know any of this.
Go read New Mutants.
I now know that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's freaking A. Freaking amazing.
I like it. It's see-through too.
Yeah.
It's like
You can
translucent a bit.
almost see my face. No. That's really legit. But that's not everything she came with. She came with more stuff.
Wait, there's more.
She's got a dragon.
Oh. Is that the same dragon that Kitty Pryde came with? Except red?
a different color? Yeah.
Oh.
It looks like it.
Again, these are exclusives, so like...
Look at that.
Oh, does it sit on the
He can
actual...
sit on her arm like this.
On the spikes? That's cool.
Rah.
I remember
And she also came with this Ghost Rider head.
which is also the head. Those are the ones that came with Dormammu, except they were green and purple.
Dormammu. Guess what? His jaw opens and shuts.
I don't know if the Dormammu one did that.
That is the most legit thing
but
ever.
that's cool as
Okay,
hell.
Magic, you sit right here while I do this. Look at this. My name is Dormammu. Ah.
Yeah, Dormammu came with like you just hold them in your hand, and it was.
That's so legit.
Did you do the Doctor Strange figures with me, or was that pre Charlie Rocket? Build-a-Figure Dormammu.
I don't think I did.
I don't think you
I
did.
think it was pre-Charlie Rocket.
It doesn't count for Action Figure Fridays. That was back when I was just.
It was just action figure day.
It was just yeah.
It was just
It
the
was
day.
lonely and sad.
Yeah. Wasn't as cool.
It's always better to play with your toys with your friends. Just saying. Magic.
It's true. This is legit.
Ileana.
Great reference.
I love that
Great
name.
references.
Ileana.
Ileana.
Ileana Rasputin.
She are they still doing the New Mutants movie?
You know what? I heard it got moved back from February to August.
Yes.
But you know what? I would rather they just put it out on Netflix so we could just watch it now.
Oh, me too.
Just do it.
Well, you know they have Magic on there.
Yeah.
Which is cool, and she's just played by that chick from Split and Glass.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Which I was like, what? But then I saw a picture and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
She's blonde. She's got the haircut. She's just like,
And knowing's half the battle.
whatever.
G.I. Joe.
Pew, pew, pew.
All right, last figure today. We've got Zorn.
Ooh, it's Zorn.
Zorn. We're going back to Build-a-Figure Blob. We just had to throw that magic in there to get it out because I really wanted to play with it and open it. But Zorn, Build-a-Figure.
Oh, look at that leg.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, so Zorn. If you don't know who Zorn is probably the biggest MacGuffin device of the X-Men ever. Because well, they're about to reveal. We're about to spoil some old X-Men comics just for you. I don't see that. All right, so back in the day, Grant Morrison took over writing X-Men. If you don't know who Grant Morrison is, you should kill yourself.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Grant Morrison is an amazing writer. He has done some of the greatest comics in the history of comics that I can't think of any at all right now. But he did a run of New X-Men, or it was X-Men, and then they just called it New X-Men. And in it, there was this guy named Zorn. And Zorn looked like this. And so Zorn became like this huge character, and they were like, they went through all this stuff with Zorn, and they made like a big deal out of Zorn, and blah, 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 blah. Then, at the very end, the reveal was that Zorn was none other than Magneto.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I think that that's cool that they came with the Zorn helmet with the Magneto head.
That's pretty awesome.
But then they went one step further, and they found out that it wasn't Magneto. It was a guy named Michael, and Michael was a clone of Magneto. And yeah, so basically this whole storyline that Grant Morrison made, whoever took over it right after that, just shit the bed with it. And you know what, that might not be like the whole story. I don't remember all of it. This was like the mid 90s. But yeah, that's what the way it went, more or less. As you can see, he's got that new X-Men style costume, the black and yellow, and yeah, Zorn. If you can see this, he does have rock out action. He's got some chains sculpted. I think the backstory of Zorn was that he was like this super powerful mutant with a sun in his head, and that's why he had to wear this mask, because if he ever took his mask off, like, he would destroy the world or something. But he was like a Tibetan monk that was a mutant, and he lived in like a Tibetan monk temple. I could be totally wrong with all of this. I could just be making this up right now. But I think that's the way it went. And then they found out that it was actually, again, Magneto. But then later they came back and they were like, oh, but there actually was a guy named Zorn, and he was imprisoned by Magneto, and now Zorn is also a part of the Marvel universe. And I don't know what happened to Mike.
Mike, what happened?
I don't know. But anyway, there's Zorn. He's got this cool X-Men jacket. You can take the jacket off, but then the sleeves will still be there. But then you can also use the jacket for somebody else. Again, awesome customizing stuff for a so-so figure. I doubt Zorn will really have a place in my X-Men display case, because he's taking up the place of somebody way cooler like Archangel or, I don't know, Phantom X or Magik.
Anyone.
I don't know. Anybody other than Zorn. Zorn comes with a blob leg. Now look at that meaty big boy leg. That's some leg right there. Like, you see those fat rolls? That's like I don't even know. I mean, that's, without being like too hateful about, that's a big fat leg.
Yeah.
But it is the Blob. So, you ever see that dude that comes to NC Comic Con sometimes dressed as the Blob?
No.
He's not like a huge fat dude. He's decently big, but he wears a Blob costume, and I was like, that's cool as hell.
Hey, get into it.
You know, way to work
you,
it.
Boo boo.
But
Also, side note, I just saw in Magik's box there was just like a hand. So I guess she has an extra hand too.
Oh,
I don't know. It must have fallen out in there.
it fell out of her box.
A hand fell out of her box.
Ew.
It's a magical hand.
It's a magic hand. Well,
surprise.
yay. That is all we have for this week. But if you tune in next week, you will see more. You will see awesome surprises and mystical things that await all of you on our show. Plug away.
Hey, you guys can find me at Charlie Rocket Cosplay on any social media platform. I think on Twitter it's actually Charlie X Rocket, but whatever. Ew. You can also go to my YouTube and subscribe, like all my videos because they're amazing. It is youtube.com/Charlie Rocket 8. I'll pay attention to that now.
And 8. And you can find us at www.the-variant.com and on facebook.com/variant-covers and Instagram and Twitter at _variant_. And click subscribe because why not? Like, we don't bother nobody. Like, we just look at toys, and if you click subscribe, it's not going to hurt anything. Like,
yeah. Your
friends aren't going to be like, oh man, you're subscribed to the Variant? Like, what? Why are you guys, like, such losers?
They're lame.
Yeah. They're not going to do that. They're probably not even going to look at your subscription list.
Nope.
They're just going to hate you to your face or behind your back or something. Anyway, that Magik figure's going in the cabinet. That's the one that's replacing Zorn. Magik. X-Men cabinet.
True.
See you next week, guys.
Yes.
Well, don't you let me go.